여러분 안녕하십니까, 와디입니다. 오늘 여기 피치스 도원에서 입이 안 다물어지는 것 같은데 지금. 제가 여러분께 정말 많이 이야기했던 레전드의 인터뷰를 제가 진행을 하게 되어서 영광입니다. 런 DMC의 DMC 모셨습니다.
Three stripes forever. Korea, I see ya.
Welcome to Korea.
Thank
I
you.
remember that you came to Korea about 10 years ago.
Yes, it was for the opening of the Hard Rock Cafe.
When did you arrive?
I got here last night.
Having a good time here?
Yeah, I ate, but there's a good vibe here. It feels normal, like home. Culture, vibe, feeling, style, and music. Yeah,
cool.
when I got off the airplane, it was people there with vinyl
Oh, really?
for me to sign. It's like some sneakers. I don't have these. How'd you get these?
And so tomorrow you have performance.
Tomorrow I'm performing.
Cool.
Yes. Hip hop, real hip hop. Let me not say real hip hop. All hip hop is hip hop, but old school hip hop is not a time period. It's not a genre. It's a consciousness of how do you artistically and creatively present yourself, which is represented with the style. Hip hop is style. Like your presentation of hip hop culture is through the music. The music is the DJ. There's no hip hop if there's no DJ. Like nowadays, there's a lot of people rapping who record and they make these big records, but when you go see them or you watch the video, there's no DJ there. That's not hip hop. That's a guy rapping to music. But the record labels who have exploited the hip hop culture because they don't focus on the artistic, creative, innovative, stylish process of the whole presentation. If you're rapping in the music business, you're gonna have some success because you got a record deal, you got promotion and marketing. Let's talk about the boys and girls who created the culture, who didn't have managers, who didn't have lawyers, who didn't have labels. These were boys and girls in New York City waking up with so-called nothing, but they had the music. So the DJ played the music. So that was a feeling. That was an emotion of greatness and goodness and positivity. Then came the word. The rapper came now. But there's no hip hop. It's a DJ actually DJing while the rapper rap. It's not push the button. You know, you rapping, but that's not hip hop.
Yeah.
So it was the music and it was the word. It was how do you artistically or creatively present yourself. So that was the basis of it. But even before the rapper, it was the music and it was the break dancer. It was the dance that was the expression. Then the rappers came and then the beatbox came. But hip hop is so powerful and universal. You ain't gotta play a song. You ain't gotta say no words. You ain't gotta rap. You ain't even gotta dance. You could just walk in a room with the clothes you got on. Excuse me. And everybody look at you and you just go, because your style, who you are, speaks.
Oh, yeah.
It's a way to communicate.
Yeah, yeah.
So one of the things that I always loved about hip hop, especially outside of the US, is when I see hip hop in Korea, when I see hip hop in Japan, when I see hip hop in Germany or even France, it's about the whole presentation of the culture. Like when I walked in here, the Peaches guy was explaining to me where Peaches came from. It was auto racing and people with clothes, and there was a culture and a lifestyle. But our music, the hip hop music, was present there. So Deuce, Peaches,
Yeah.
breakdancing, hip hop, style, fashion, art, creativity, a presentation, whether it's a race car, whether it's a motorcycle, whether it's a bike, it's a dance, it's all unified. And that's the beauty of all this.
From two turntables to your lifestyle.
Exactly. From two turntables to the lifestyle.
It's a huge lesson. Thanks for
And
that.
when you think about sneaker culture, because people say sneaker culture started with Run DMC. It existed, but we kind of was like the spokesperson of
True,
it
true.
by doing the Adidas record. It was like, yo, we made the people see it. It was always there,
Yeah.
but we made to see it. But it's funny, when I walked in and was talking with the Peaches guy, he was talking about the automobile culture.
Yeah.
Style and fashion and art is based on movement. You know, even if you're here in Korea, your style, your music, your car, your bike. It's all about getting from one place to the other. And sometimes you ain't even gotta leave the town, because what we was doing in New York City is now global. But when you think about sneaker culture, I look back to when I was a little kid, and my aunts and my uncles and my grandfather, everybody, the older men in my family talked about their cars. I got a Cadillac. Oh, I got a Lincoln Continental. Oh, I got a Pontiac. I got a Porsche. It was about movement. And for us as kids, bikes. So cars, like the Porsche here at Peaches, bikes, whether it's BMX or whatever, it's all about movement. But if you didn't have a car, if you didn't have a bike, yo, I got some green Adidas. Yo, I got the white on white Adidas. Man, I got the Stan Smith. So all of that is connected. And I think hip hop, which came from rock and roll, but all of the music of hip hop started with the blues.
Sure.
The blues is the root. Everything else is the fruit. But what I mean by the blues was these black blues artists telling stories.
Oh, yeah.
So the other day somebody was like, yo, DMC, you a legend. You an icon. I was watching a show a couple of weeks ago. You call me a legend. Yo, the legendary DMC.
Yeah.
Because what you seen me do. But you're a legend too because you're part of that story. Somebody told me that when you talk about the Old West and the Cowboys, there's a legend about a cowboy that killed 15 people in a shootout. You're part of that legend if you was there to experience it. So the reason why I say that is like when I come to Korea and I see the style that I can relate to, it makes me feel at home. And Chuck D, a Public Enemy, always said, hip hop allows us to break down the walls that separate us.
So according to your story, I just want to ask one more question. It's about Superstar, the sneakers. Like
Superstar.
at that time, late 70s, early 80s, there was different brand was so popular. But why did you choose Adidas? Why did you choose a Superstar? I need that story.
You're familiar with Pumas, and you're familiar that Puma and Adidas is connected because it was the two brothers. I don't like you, I don't like you. I'm gonna go start my own company. So the other brother went and start Puma. So coming up in New York City, here's what it was. If you didn't have money to get Pumas or Adidas, you would wear Pro-Keds, Canvas. Even the Chucks that's big on the west side. We wore Chucks in New York City, but Pro-Keds was a little more popular. So when I was a kid, my mother was buying me Pro-Keds and Chucks. Pumas and Adidas was $25 to $30. So my mother wasn't buying Adidas or Pumas for me. I was to ruin them. But what had happened was when Pumas and Adidas got popular, when it was time for me to get my first pair of sneakers that my mother was buying, it had to be, it was an economic decision because Superstar, just like life is, durable. It's strong. You gotta be strong coming up in New York. Pumas was fly. You know what I'm saying? The red suede, the green suede Pumas, even the leather Pumas with the red stripe, but they would mess up quicker. Back in the 70s and early 80s, if you got a pair of Pumas, after about, I would say, a month and a half, if you constantly wore them, the leather would crack or would get wrinkled. Not the Superstar.
Strong.
So if you didn't play basketball, this could last me 3 years. If I didn't play basketball, I just wear them. When I wear them outside, take them home. Easier to clean than suede. So for Run DMC, it was an economic decision. When we get this first pair, this is before we had a deal. When we get this first pair, you gotta make it last. The Superstar was durable because life in New York, 70s and 80s was crazy. Street gangs, drugs. This funny thing, everything that still exists in every community now. So for us, it was a conscious decision to pick the one that was gonna last the longest, but also there was something, you know how they say less is more? They're saying less is more. There was just something about the Superstar look with just having that one color. So if I wore black, like I got on today, just the black stripes. If I had on green, you go with the green stripe. If I got on blue, you go with the blue stripe. So it was an economic decision, but I think the Superstar, to represent the essence of the culture of hip hop came out of the Bronx. South Bronx was burning. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So out of that came DJing and MCing and breakdancing and graffiti and beatboxing.
Yeah.
And it was just something about the Superstar that represents the durability of the human struggle.
And it was like kind of syndrome after you released the album, the My Adidas. I saw the video, like everybody is holding their superstars on their hands because there was no phone there at that time. They're like shaking their superstars. Like, can you tell us more about that era? Like how crazy it was?
I guess it's almost like everybody was doing it. Like Run DMC didn't create, like people say, you guys, Run DMC, there was hip hop before y'all, but y'all created. What we did was, on the record My Adidas, I said what Run DMC did that made us legends. We took the beat from the street and put it on TV. So everybody's doing it. Everybody's wearing Adidas, everybody's wearing Pumas, this and that, this style, the GOAT, the Gazelles, the tracksuits. The hip hop is going on. But when Run DMC went on MTV with it, now everybody who was doing it was represented. So there's a billion people doing it, but nobody knows about it. So now when Run DMC's it, now we all getting recognized and we're introducing this style to people who never seen it before. But the My Adidas record came about just because we was rapping about everything. And we said, we're gonna rap about this. Let's make a song about the sneakers that we love. So it wasn't done to get a deal. We was the first to get a sneaker deal. And I always tell kids, man, you got so much power. I don't play no basketball and I got a sneaker deal like the athletes. But it just came out as something that we loved, something that we was living already. And when we did the record, everybody that was with us was like, yes, we're finally being noticed.
Like you're telling like everybody's culture.
Yeah, exactly. So if it wasn't for hip hop being a thing to let people know we exist, there would still be sneaker culture, there would still be DJing and MCing and all of that, but nobody would know about it. And that's what I mean. It goes much more deeper than us just making records. Culture is defined as a way of life. So it's a way of life. That's why I was blown when I walked in here with Peaches and he was telling me the story of Peaches. And then it just became, it was a way of life with the cars and the stuff. And the CEO was like, let's make it a brand. Because like my Adidas are your Adidas. And your Adidas are my Adidas.
It's our Adidas.
It's our Adidas, exactly.
Tell me about your shoelaces. You didn't put shoelaces on.
Yeah, no
Why?
shoelaces in them. Because nowadays, sneakers come laced up.
But
back in the 70s, 80s, the laces came in the box. So when you would go in the store and get the new sneakers, you take the old ones off, leave them in the store, put the new ones on, put the shoestrings around your neck, you lace them up later. So for Run DMC, we was getting so many new sneakers, we didn't want to take time to lace them up. So we would just put them on and have to go right on stage. And then it became a way of life. Yo, no shoestrings in them. So it was, I guess it wasn't planned, it was organic. But the whole thing was old sneakers off, new ones on. People in the stores were going, you want the old? No, you keep them. You want to put the new ones on so bad, you don't want to take time to lace them up.
There was a history. I thought it was like stylist or something like that.
Well, it became a style because of that.
Okay. Now I learned all the history about you and like, I know there's more, but.
We are all superstars. I'm going to send you a new song. It's so crazy. I got a new song called Superstar.
Really?
Yes, but it's crazy. I made it a couple of months ago. It's me, underground rapper named Marco Polo Vision, a girl named Bailey singing on a chorus, and Bun B. So it's called Superstar, but the subtitle is Bun DMC. But I'm gonna send you this record because it's called Superstar, and it came together organically. But my verse starts a superstar and superstars. I got a million pairs. Me and my Adidas, we got a million wears. They talk about me amongst the billionaires because I'm raising my wealth like they're raising theirs. The beauty of the song is, like I said, somebody's calling me a legend and an icon, but you was here to experience it with me too. So I'm making people realize, so if I'm a superstar, you're a superstar too. Because you're saying you see me doing this, wearing these, and you wear them too, but you experiencing the same, it's all the same stuff. That's the beauty of culture. It brings all of this. This is hip hop Korea. We are hip hop.
Cannot wait to hear that.
I'm gonna send it to you.
So yeah, we have like Deuce. So they're like kind of Korean Run DMC.
That's what I'm hearing.
They started like very early, different type of music. They brought like Western style.
Right.
music to Korea, like hip hop.
So they're pioneers.
Yeah, one of the
Shout out to
pioneers.
Deuce.
So they released just this Superstar, and I think this is really
hot.
meaningful because, you know, Superstar is a kind of Run DMC represents Superstar, but in Korea we have Deuce. So like this collaboration is so cool. That's what I think. One more question.
Yes.
So why did you pick the J Park to do collaboration?
Because Jay Park is hip hop, pop, R&B phenomenon. So we rocking with Park because he's dope.
Thank
Plain
you.
and simple.
Let's move on to the next topic. Like, I have my friend who is doing breakup artist in Korea. He respects you guys, so he made a surprise gift.
Wow.
His name is Rudy, and you know he's really a huge fan of you.
Wow. Rudy did his duty. Wow.
So you know it's your vinyl
awesome.
cover
Yeah.
concept, My Adidas, and this is his.
That's wow. Take a picture. Get in, Rudy, in the middle. All right, I'm right here. This is my comic book.
Oh my God, thank you so much. I just want to ask you autograph to my subscriber. I will
Yes.
give raffle one, I will put
Oh.
one person, size 10.
Damn, size 10.
Done this. 여러분 이거 추첨을 통해서 드릴 수 있도록 하겠습니다. 댓글에 응모 방법 적어둘게요. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Walk this way in my Adidas.
So thanks for your time and
Thank
cool,
you.
amazing, like legendary interview. And I will look for your cool performance tomorrow.
See you tomorrow on
See you
stage.
tomorrow. Oh yeah.
I'll see y'all tomorrow
Oh,
too.
thank you, DMC. We'll look for your cool performance tomorrow. Say bye to Korean fans.
See y'all later.
감사합니다. 여러분 안녕히 계세요.